Alright, you guys, so this is going to be my first post for my documentary or my life story. Um, so I am in How did I get here? Well, that's a good story. So I was in Greensboro, and in Greensboro, I I had my own apartment at first. I it's a lot. Where would I start? So, oh, look at the baby. He likes me. He doesn't want me to leave. All right. So he literally like laid on my foot. He's like, "You gotta stay. You gotta stay." All right. So I end up in Chattanooga. My daughter starts school tomorrow. I literally came here with 3 bags and 3 carry-ons. With a kid. And like pretty much nothing in the bank. Like my account was like in the negatives, but then I had a little bit of money on my Cash App, and I Cash Apped that over, which is cool. I'm happy. Everything's good. And so I get here at 7 o'clock in the morning, and the people in the at the hotel would not let me check in. So I had like a tough day. So this guy in the truck helps me out, and he's like, he gave me a tour. And so we're just driving around. It's me and my daughter in a tractor trailer, and my tote is hitched to the back of the tractor trailer. It doesn't have a trailer on it. It's just tied to the back of the trailer. So, boom. Now we just riding around. We strapped that thing down, and we rode around for almost like 4 to 5 hours. And so that was fine. He showed me around. Me and my daughter went to Chick-fil-A. We ate at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A was good, and he left. But when he left, I started freaking out. And so I started freaking out because I've had people in my life steal stuff from me. And it'd be in a situation like this where I'm trying to get away from something, or I'm trying to go somewhere. And so this happened where I was doing that, and I was running away from a pimp. And so I'm trying to run away from this pimp because I didn't like him. He was short. And it wasn't because he was short. I didn't like him. And he wanted to do stuff with me. I didn't want to do stuff with him. He was really into me. I wasn't really into him, you know. And so I was running away from a pimp. And so the guy had my stuff in the car, and we were on the way to the Greyhound. I had my little bit of money, and I wanted to stop and get cigarettes. And I'm like, "Hey, can you stop there and get cigarettes?" So I go in the store to get the cigarettes. I come outside, he's gone. That's all my stuff in him is gone. And so I don't know. I called his phone, he didn't answer, like nothing. I don't know what happened. And then after that, I never heard from him again. I ended up having to get on the bus with just the clothes on my back, which is kind of crazy. And so because of that, I was freaking out. So now I'm in the car, I'm in the truck, and well, I'm in Chick-fil-A, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like freaking out, and I call him. I'm like, "Hey, are you okay?" Knowing that I wasn't worried about if he was okay. I was actually worried if he was leaving with my stuff. And he was like, "Calm down. I got a job. I'm not trying to steal your stuff." And all of this, and I'm like, he's just telling me to calm down and all that, but he doesn't understand how or what I'm going through. And it's like sometimes people just don't take into consideration like what the other person is going through that's actually making accusations. It's like they're not trying to make accusations at you. They're trying to defend and protect themselves. And that's what you guys got to stop doing. Well, you don't have to, but I'm just saying it would be a good recommendation to take in consideration that the person that's telling you that you did something to them, if this person is a good person, they're not saying that because they want you to do stuff to them. They're saying that because it's been done to them, and they're completely afraid. But now, back to the story. So me and my daughter, we eat our food. I kind of was like, "Angel, you need to hurry up and eat," rushing her. And she's kind of a little frustrated because she's like, "I really just want to chill and eat this food and relax." So we're kind of aggravated because we weren't able to go to the hotel, and we have to have all our stuff with us. So it wouldn't even let me hold my stuff at the hotel. And so now we're sitting here at Chick-fil-A, and she finished eating, and then we get up and we walk outside. And I was airplanes going across the across the Chick-fil-A, and they were really low, which was really kind of cute. It was like some jets and stuff, and so I was like noticing it. And I was like, oh my gosh, you should check that out. So we're out there and we're talking, and I'm talking to her because I always talk to her about stuff, relationship stuff, you know, I talk to her about all the stuff. And so I was talking to her, and she's talking to me, and she's like, Mom, there he go right there. Like, he's right there, so you're all stressed out for nothing. And then she's like, you're not going to look? I said, no, because I'm going to pretend like I was not stressed out. So then we get in the truck, and this guy, he's pretty cool, but he weirded me out later on, because he starts talking about R. Kelly and stuff, and my daughter's in their car. And I'm like, bruh, can you not have this conversation right now? And so he wants to keep going. I'm like, I really need you to not have this conversation right now. And then he keeps going, and I flip out, and I said, I don't feel comfortable around you anymore. I want to go to the hotel. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I want to go to my hotel. He's like, well, they're not going to let you go in the hotel. You need to go over here or over there. He was like, because I don't want you to ruin my reputation. I said, I'm not going anywhere that you're telling me to go. I want to go to the hotel because that's where I want to go. Because I need to be comfortable right now, because you wanted to sit up here and talk about pedophiles and shit and say the shit that you said that I asked you not to say, and then you trigger me, and now I don't feel comfortable. So I don't want to be in the car with you. I don't want to be over here. I want to be at the hotel with my kid and with my stuff and away from you. And so I literally had to sit in that fucking truck for another 30 minutes. Which was shitty. I was like so mad at him. And then he started playing music. And then the music was getting on my nerves. And then I was like, I wanted to cuss him out so bad, but then it was mean. And so he was like, you're disrespecting me. And I'm like, bruh, I'm not disrespecting you, because I'm asking you to drop me off and leave, and to leave, like, so I can get out of your company. That is not disrespect. That is the ultimate respect, instead of me allowing you or me to get frustrated at you and treat you like shit. So you need to understand that I was being very respectful. And so we did that, got into a situation. He's like, you think I'm disrespecting you? And I'm like, you are trying to start an argument for no reason. I was like, I didn't say that. Just let it go. Just let it go. So then we sat in silence and listened to music for 30 freaking minutes until we finally get to the hotel. Then I get to the hotel, right? I got a tote, 2 big ass bags, and let me tell you, these motherfuckers don't even have a fucking elevator. Are you serious? So me, my kid, and no goddamn elevator, and 3 fucking things, and a goddamn, like, a whole bunch, like, the bags that we had, book bags, and all of that. And I gotta get this stuff up the stairs. Do you know how frustrated I was? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea? And then the lady, I'm like trying to talk to them. I'm like, why didn't you guys just let me clock in? Like, let me check in earlier. And like, they have me waiting there, and then it's hot and it's sweaty, and it's just like a lot. And I was like so frustrated. I was just like so frustrated. And then I'm over here trying not to cuss these people out and take my frustration out on them. I'm like, so why didn't you just let me get a room? Do you not want me to have a room? Do you not want me to have a room? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? I was like, what did I do to you to make you feel like I don't deserve a room? He's like, ma'am, that's not it. That's not it. Ma'am, it's not that you don't deserve a room. It's the fact that we don't have any rooms on the first floor for you. And I'm like, well, and he's like, I'm like, you don't have anything to help me? He was like, no. So then I was like so upset, but I didn't cuss nobody out. I was like, I'm just going to go to another hotel. And I'm like, I don't feel like carrying all this stuff to another hotel. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to stay at this hotel. So I walked out the office, walked back in the office. I'm like, can I get my stuff back? I walk out the office. Then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not about to go get Uber. Like, I'm going to just save my money. I already booked the hotel. So I get into the hotel. So I go. Then there goes the thing. I booked the room. I go upstairs. The room's all the way on the other side of the stairs. Like, I am literally fucking frustrated. So I'm like, at my wit's end. I'm like, this is one of those points where I would smoke a cigarette or drink something, and I am totally sober. I'm like, fucking like, who the hell does this sober? Who the fuck does this sober? I'm like, this is crazy. So then I was mad at my friend. Like, I'm super mad at my friend, because I'm like, if I wasn't trying to date his ass, then I wouldn't be trying to be sober, and none of this would even be a freaking problem. And he calls me. He calls me right in the middle of me being mad at him. right? And I'm like, I'm not picking that shit up. She's like, Mom, you know that's him. I was like, don't answer it. Don't even answer it. I don't even want to talk to him right now. I'm like, I don't even, like, who the fuck wants to do this shit sober? You know? And I'm like, over here trying to prove a point to somebody all the way in there. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that? Apparently I do. That's just like literally like the thing. I must do shit like that. So, boom. So, that happens. I finally get all this stuff into the room. At least the room is nice and clean. It's a really nice room for the price that we paid for it. Exhausted, sweating, tired. And then I'm like, Angel, we have to do your hair. And there we go. More problems. So, I did that. We get in there, we shower. Oh my gosh, though, this shower, though, I gotta show y'all this shower, though. So, I'll be back. I gotta show y'all the shower. So, the shower is like a really, really nice shower. When I tell you the shower is popping, yo, this shower is like the legit shower. Like, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. Okay, so then, all right, that happens, and that was just like the beginning of the day. That's just check-in time. So I'll be back, and I'll tell you guys about the rest of it later. This is just my first start of my documentaries, and I guess story time. Story time. Ding. Okay.